stations. Clear the air lanes. Clear all air lanes for the big broadcast.
Hello everyone, I am Bill Worcester, aka Zazubaar, and this is the Sons of Serizawa podcast. Joining me, as always, David Joshua Hernandez, also known as Gorzard.
Yo.
Dylan McCandless, Super DM 64. Wow, I can't believe I fucked up the order on this episode. Dylan, say hi.
Hi.
And Andres Perez, aka Kaiju Noir.
Hello, people of the internet.
So, tonight is a very special episode of the Sons of Serizawa podcast, but before we get into all of that, there is a massive news item. It's hard to even call this a news item. It's more of just really sad thing that we have to address up front at the very top of this podcast before we say anything else, because it is a very, sad, somewhat sensitive, thing. We talk about celebrity deaths all the time, but perhaps not one that's so close to our hearts and so close to our fandom. So Andres, being the usual bearer of news, as always, why don't you inform us as to who we lost today?
Right. So, the well-known Japanese suit actor Haruo Nakajima, best known for being the first individual to play the King of the Monsters himself, Godzilla, from the first film in 1954 all the way to Godzilla vs. Gigan in the 70s, has recently passed away. He was born on January 1st, 1929, and lived until August 7th, 2017. He was 88.
So here's how he did indeed. He lived a very long life. So here's how I think we should eulogize Mr. Nakajima. I think we should all give our own little piece about, our feelings about this, and why it means something to us, and what he meant to us, and then the fandom in general, and your little opinion on it. So, Andres, I kind of want to hear you first. So, go ahead.
Okay. Is it okay if I were to quote what I posted on Facebook?
Whatever you want to do, man.
Okay, because I feel like I was able to summarize my thoughts on the news. However, just to go a little bit off script, I have been anticipating this for quite some time. I have heard about his declining health over the last couple of months, and how I've even talked to certain individuals who would suggest the idea that he should retire from convention appearances. It looks like he was just not only getting up there in age, but also looking like he needed to spend his last moments taking a good long rest. And so, in a way, I'm not all that surprised by it, and at the same time, I am also at peace with this unfortunate bit of news, knowing that, yes, as you guys mentioned, he lived a long and healthy life, and I'm really glad that he was able to live to this point and able to see the progression of this creature this character that he himself played a huge part in bringing to life. So as to what I stated on Facebook, he certainly played a huge influence in my life, as he helped spark my passion for Japanese cinema. I, and I'm sure the world as well, will never forget his contributions to the world of Japanese entertainment. I'm happy that he was able to live long enough to see the impact his work made on a worldwide scale, bringing to life a character that is instantly recognizable in every country from people of all ages. Rest in peace, Mr. Nakajima. Thank you for being an inspiration to countless generations.
Wow. Yeah, no, that is definitely a very good way to put it. So I'm glad you read that as you wrote it. Well said, my friend. Why don't we jump over to David? David, what do you have to say?
I'm really really bummed out because I had a few opportunities to meet him, but I couldn't go for work reasons. And
In Nevada or California?
Nevada, that's where I live.
I'm aware of that, but what he made appearances in Nevada?
In California, I could have gone, but
That's what I was asking you. Oh.
Everybody vacations sometime, Bill. It's...
No, I know.
Do you
that's
know?
why...
Do you remember where California is, David?
hold on.
He really sounds like he's thinking.
You're saying that?
Anyway, this is very irrelevant. So, yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's a bummer you never got the chance to meet him. So,
Yeah, because he was my first Godzilla.
everybody's.
Yeah, my first was the Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, so he was definitely my very first Godzilla.
Yeah, my first film was Godzilla versus Gigan, which is ironic because that's the film that he retired afterwards.
Right, that was his last one.
Yeah, that was my gateway drug into Godzilla, kaiju, basically everything about Japan.
Uh-huh.
And out of all the Godzilla films, I love the Showa era more.
Mm-hmm.
And Haruo Nakajima was mainly because of that, because out of all the suit actors, he's the one that gave the character a certain personality. And... well, needless to say, he was the best out of all the suit actors. That's as much as I can say. I mean, I never met him, but I'm gonna miss him because he's been living for a long time. Like we said, he lived a long and happy life. I knew he was eventually gonna pass because he's up there. He was up there, but for the longest time, with your heroes, you think they're immortal, but then when the day comes when they pass on, it, really, really bums you out.
Also very well said, my friend. Dylan?
Yeah, well, like they've already touched on, I knew that this was a possibility for quite some time, not only because of the stories of his health declining recently, but also just because, like they've already said, he was not a young man. I had hoped maybe to get a chance to meet him before it happened, but such is how it happened. But yeah, I mean, what a talent! I'm struggling to think of something to say other than what they've said. Beyond Godzilla, let's not forget his many other roles in the genre. Mothra and whoever else he was. It's a long list.
Gyra is the other big one that.
Yeah, that was his
Gyra,
favorite role, I believe.
Not enough people are thinking to mention War of the Gargantuas because that was his favorite that he ever played. We all, of course.
He played Rodan in the original movie.
That's true.
He was
And almost died doing that. So
Yeah.
let's not stand on brass tacks. He almost died a bunch of times in the line of work.
He was
Wolverine.
Baragon. He was Baragon, and every single variation of the Baragon suit in Ultraman and Ultra Q.
Varan especially also. That there was
Oh yeah.
the one measly special feature on the recent Shin Godzilla Blu-ray. Matt Frank tells a story to this panelist of casual Godzilla fans who are just sitting there with their mouths open while he talks about the franchise. Anyway, he tells the story about how Haruo Nakajima was badly injured, like playing Varan, and then he didn't tell anybody. He just went to the doctor after they were done shooting, got all patched up, and then went back into work the next day. And that really is probably the best story to tell when you want to talk about his dedication to the work. But yeah, so let's remember all of his works. Obviously, everybody knows him as Godzilla, but Rodan, Mothra, Gyra, his favorite, and even some appearances on Ultraman, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. He was Naranga. He was, I think it was Gabora. He was Pagos from Ultra Q. I think he was even like a bit of a mentor to the other suit actors for Ultraman. Let's see. He was also one of the Matongos in the Matongo Attack of the Mushroom People. He was Gizora from Space Amoeba. Let's see.
He was in the original Godzilla. He was one of the reporters in
Right.
the background.
Oh, right, that's true. He had a cameo. He was Gomez because that was essentially a refurbished Godzilla suit in Ultra Q.
Was he Jiris? He would have had to have been, no?
Maybe, I'm not sure. I can't tell. I don't know at the moment, but that
Well-
is a strong possibility.
He did
He
have
was
a
also
physical cameo in Ultraman 2.
He was also immortalized in plastic. I don't know if everybody's seen the Haruo Nakajima action figure of him wearing
Oh, yeah,
the
with the suspenders.
Yes,
The
that
Godzilla.
is a great action figure, and that is a great picture. That's always been floated around.
I wish
Oh,
wish
yeah, it was Nakajima who played GRS.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I figured it must have been because that suit was made for him, though that never stopped them in the past.
Mhm.
So, if I may say my piece about it,
Okay.
talking about celebrity deaths is always incredibly strange because, again, we don't know these people. Even if you meet them, you don't know them on an interpersonal level. However, you spend so much of your, in certain instances with certain celebrities, you spend so much of your childhood being affected by their work that it doesn't matter who they are in reality. The version of them in your head becomes who they are to you. And then when you learn that that person has passed on, the reality of that character that you loved and the remembrance of all that work that was done for them it's not lost, but it takes a hit, and it definitely makes it harder now to remind everybody of how awesome said individual and said work was. So we all have to take up that responsibility now, which I hope this podcast will be the first in a long line of trying to do. But what I'm trying to say is, this is a different case for all of us, I think, but for me especially, just because, man, I spent so much of my childhood rewatching these movies a million times, and watching the Godzilla sequences in particular with such a keen focus and attention and desire to recreate them, that I memorized every frame of what he would do in that suit. So those movements and that performance is incredibly iconic and impactful to me. You know, my perceptions of giant monsters and of Godzilla especially is defined by how Haruo Nakajima stumbled around in that suit. Or it was a very precise stumbling, as I learned later in life. So that's why it's such a big deal to me and why it's such a big hit. So what I'm ultimately glad about, though, is that he did live such a long life, and that he is somebody who got to appreciate the fruits of his labor. He took a lot of hits, as we talked about earlier. He took a lot of abuse from E.G. Sabraya, but he always did what he was asked of, and he always did it with a respectful smile and nod. And now, all these years later, he's been thanked for it by his fans, and I'm glad that he got to live long enough to see that come back around, and for people to go, "Oh my God, you're awesome! You're Godzilla! Like, that's the coolest thing ever." And the fact that he really embraced that legacy so much and would be more than happy to strike up the pose and walk down the street again. I mean, cynical bastards like us, that's the only thing that will bring warmth to our cold, dead hearts. At least for me. In particular, so it's one of the few things that, you know, brings out that feeling in me to be respectful and sort of candid and I'm trying to think of another good fancy sounding word for it, but I guess I'm just bummed out, like David said, is ultimately the best way to put it. So I think there's not much more we can say to eulogize him. Anything else you guys want to say?
Let's see.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if we can say that we wouldn't be where we are today if it weren't for Nakajima, but we certainly wouldn't remember our perception of Godzilla was certainly molded. He certainly helped mold and created this identity for Godzilla. and he set the bar for everyone else who would follow him afterwards. So I feel like while there have been other Godzilla suit actors afterwards, and there may have been some besides him, like if he didn't play these monsters, I'm sure someone else would have. But I have a strong feeling that they wouldn't have been the same if anyone else had played these characters.
The way Godzilla walks and moves is incredibly iconic, and everybody after him was trying to recreate the way he did it. You know, the Heisei and Millennium guys definitely had to do different things because of the necessities of those suits. But at the end of the day, they were still doing that Godzilla walk that Nakajima perfected when he was looking at bears in a zoo. So
arms stretched out,
yeah,
lumbering forward.
Yeah, throwing the legs out, like bouncing on the tail. Like, yeah, it's very iconic.
Head like tilting his head a little forward to make it look like the monster Godzilla's hunching over, or like keeping his head low to the ground.
Yeah, and at a certain pace to give him this lumbering sense of mass.
Yeah. And also he was doing something that really was never done before. He was kind of like like when Toho was creating the first Godzilla movie, it was pretty much a trial and error sort of ordeal. And so he created the building blocks for modern suit acting.
Absolutely.
So he certainly was quite the innovator.
I mean, think about motion capture. Like, performing under something. It's kind of early motion capture in a way, except the CGI is already on the screen, like on top of the actors. So it's kind of hard. It's harder in a sense because you're performing through the character that's being placed over you. So it's also sort of puppetry. He was a jack of all trades and a master of as many as he could be.
It's not unlike the way that over the years Universal had to have several different people step into the Frankenstein makeup, but nobody anybody after Karloff was sort of palely imitating Karloff to varying degrees of success. It's a similar situation.
Not to discredit all the actors that came later, because again, they're all great for their different movies. But again, Nakajima defined what and who Godzilla is. So perhaps more so than Honda and Tsuburaya and Tanaka did. And Kayama did. There's a whole bunch of people that were there in the pre-production stage that were like, this is what I want Godzilla to be. No, this is what I want Godzilla to be. But Nakajima was the one going to the zoo figuring out how he was actually going to move on screen. So think about it. He was really the one making the big decisions.
Yeah.
So
pretty much so.
I think that his legacy will live on if guys like us try hard enough, and if people just keep watching those movies, it'll speak loud enough for itself. So hopefully people will just be motivated to. All right, so that is the sad, melancholy, serious portion of this episode of the Sons of Serizawa podcast. But as I said, it is a very special episode outside of that melancholy portion. It's weird that this lined up like this. We were supposed to record this on Saturday. If we would have recorded it then, we wouldn't have even had to cover this. Like, it wouldn't have happened. So it's wild that this happened the day that we decided to record this.
What's also kind of eerie is that on the day that, like, the thing what happened was when Haruo Nakajima's death was announced, it was early morning for you guys and midnight for me. So he pretty much died on what was for me the 7th. And all throughout the day, we had a nasty typhoon outdoor here in Gifu. And I can only imagine that in some symbolic way, this typhoon was Japan mourning the loss of an icon.
It poured all day here today. Like, it was pouring rain.
Yeah, it's been raining all day here as well.
I mean,
not a typhoon, because this is America, but rain. Lots of rain.
David lives in Nevada, so I'm sure it was a dust storm.
I want to point out that he died the day after the anniversary of the Hiroshima bombings.
Mm.
So,
Wow.
it's very
That's
ironic it's very ironic and poetic that Haruo Nakajima, who is Godzilla, died the day after the events that
Led to the creation of his character.
Yeah, it led to the creation of Godzilla because, not now, the nuclear symbolism behind Godzilla is even more potent.
Yeah. Man, that's wild. Ugh. Alright, so enough bittersweet remembrance, I think, for now. Because, well, actually, no, we're going to be doing a little more of it right now. Because, ladies and gentlemen, 4 years ago, in August of 2013, on my YouTube channel, we debuted a new regular series of not videos, but podcasts called the Sons of Serizawa podcast. The exact day was August 8th. The cast was a little different than it is now. But the core idea...
One less Latino, one more white guy.
Yeah, and now we've dropped the white guy. We've kept the two Latinos, so now it's an even keel. So it's sort of all even. It all evened out in the end.
We're good on representation now.
Yeah, it's all evened out. But
I mean, does it count? Because me and Andres are like are really, really whitewashed Hispanics.
So you guys together form one
representation.
You guys together form one Latino person. Is that what you're saying? Like you guys can form enough of it together. So I guess we're not equaled out yet. We need to get Jose Garcia on here. Some other Hispanic Toku Legioners.
I don't know, Dave.
Joseph
Azina.
I don't know about that, because Dave, you've always struck me as kind of black. Now, Andres, he is definitely...
Well, knowledge of Willikers, I certainly appreciate that comment, you see.
Jimmy Stewart taking the black comments well.
This is my default white guy voice, you see.
That's very fitting.
Not as good as Dave Chappelle's white guy voice, but it's a white guy voice.
So despite all the differences in racial integrity and cast, the core themes were still the same. 4 guys, all of whom are hardcore Godzilla fans, getting on, talking bullshit about what the fuck ever. Now, the dirty...
Why does this sound like a porno, Bill?
Because it was. The first episode was all about plane jizz. Do you not remember? Were you not there, child? You were there. I remember. We talked that night.
And it was called Bill's Gallbladder.
But he certainly remembers.
So, the show has certainly changed since then, but at the end of the day, that's what it's always about. Now we just planned it out a little more. Just a little, realistically.
It's supposed to be about the randomness, man.
It was originally.
Then we got all corporate with schedules and shit.
Yeah, this schedules, planning out topics, getting games set up in advance. How dare we?
It was about the music,
Well,
man.
Sold out, man.
Well, we haven't sold out yet. That's yet to come, and hopefully it'll come at some point.
Remember when the SOS was good? No, you don't, because it never was good. But it had integrity.
It had integrity. I don't know if it ever had integrity either. We again plain jizz. But yeah, no. 4 years ago we started this show, so it's been quite the journey. And we're gonna be celebrating that anniversary tonight by doing the same thing we did the last time we remembered to celebrate it. Obviously, we haven't celebrated it in quite a few years because we usually take an August hiatus. We decided not to do that this year because Dylan and I had been recording Talking Apes over the course of like a bunch of months, and we took like a bunch of weeks off from the podcast in order to finish that up and release it. So it was a little bit of a mini hiatus, so sort of counted that as the hiatus. And now we're back, so we're here to celebrate the anniversary.
Like the release schedule of this podcast has never been that consistent, right? Like we're the Doctor Who of podcasts. You don't know when we're coming. We just come,
Hard, exactly. So, I mean, we could rant and rave about a whole bunch of shit about like how great this show is and how much fun we have, but it would all be lying. So we're not gonna waste our time. No, I mean, all I want to say is that this show is a blast. That's why I've continued to do it for 4 years. Through all of the bullshit that we have had to deal with in the interim, we've still met up every 2 weeks, tried to anyway, in order to talk shit and do any and all things. So I think that in and of itself is a credit to the endurance of this podcast. So what else do you guys want to say about it before we get into the object at hand?
I want to say.
Say it, David. Say it!
So does this mean we're getting our benefits, dental, 401k bonuses?
That's only after we sell out to corporate.
So that's why we're waiting for corporate.
We're waiting for Disney to buy us, and then I'll be recast.
We might have to settle for Google.
I would settle for Google. Apple would probably be best. When we can get our own app, then we can call it the Harry app.
No, if we get acquired by a corporation, they'll have to force Bill to get married, and it'll look something like this.
I hate you.
God.
Why did he have a thing
this?
ready? Why does he always
Why-
have things ready to try and...
What a strange leap of logic. Why would a corporation force Bill to get married?
Yeah, right? Like, why are they like, oh, you got him married? Aren't you a tad underdressed? We're paying you in warm apple pies. Isn't that more alarming? I love how this really happened, like clearly, and there were people just eating at the McDonald's in the background. I'm more concerned about who this lady is. Like, what's her story?
Yeah.
Like, she's not that bad looking. Like, realistically, she should, in the face, I mean, like she could get her shit together and not get married at a McDonald's.
Well, we already know what type of women Bill's into.
Hey, I have no shame. Oh, Dylan's got a BRB right when I'm gonna start the game. You know what?
Well,
This is-
since you were asking about our thoughts,
Yeah, say something.
I'll just say that
Say it!
ever since I joined this show in the very second episode, it has been an absolutely life-changing experience for me in, surprisingly enough, all the positive ways. The more I hang out with you guys, the more I was able to grow and change as a person. I feel like I've been able to...
By using us as an example of
really-
what not to be.
Well, that, obviously. And through you guys, I learned to be more assertive, more self-confident, unashamed, unabashed in my own stupidity and confidence and
That
passion.
is the best thing I've ever heard. Like, I love that I have taught somebody that. Like, because that is absolutely how I live life.
Not to give a fuck. Just go at it. Just go, like, to quote the great Don Fry, go right into it.
Go right into it.
No matter how stupid or impossible something may seem, no matter how impractical an idea may seem at first, you never know. It's like the classic phrase, you'll never know unless you try, and you guys have certainly taught me that as well. And it was thanks to you guys who have influenced me for all these years that gave me, eventually the confidence to move to Japan, to start this crazy new life as an English teacher, and to now start working on my own comic book. You guys were there as my biggest inspiration, and so I really would not be where I am today if it weren't for you guys. I mean, for you guys, you are practically family to me. Not even practically. You guys, in all genuinely are my family, and I thank you for these past 4 years. And I can only hope that we'll have many, many more to come.
Hopefully. And
So-
the feelings
does
are
this mean
absolutely
that-
mutual.
So does this mean that me and your sister are cousins?
Fuck you, David.
If I ever do meet your sister, that's the first thing I'm gonna say to her. I'm gonna cousin.
Like Lilo and Stitch? I'm sure that'll go. That reference will go over well. She'll be like, "Oh, he's a normal boy."
Ohana
Just
means
say it
family.
like Stitch.
Family means never being embarrassed to call out someone's bullshit.
Never be embarrassed to yell at somebody for rank stupidity.
Yes.
Yeah, Bill lives by that lifestyle. I can vouch for that.
I do. I'd love to yell at people for their rank stupidity.
And for the record, David, I consider you a brother, not a cousin.
You know,
So does that make her my sister unbiologically?
Sure, let's go with that.
Why are you so obsessed with this point? You fucking weirdo.
I just want to point out that I found Andres. I made him what he is.
You did. That's true.
That is
I never
that
would
is
have let
true.
you on this podcast had it not been for David. I would have just been like, nope, I don't know this guy. Fuck this. I'm terrified of new people, so...
If David would have recommended me in 2017, would you still say the same?
I mean, you guys don't invite people on the podcast anymore, and thank God, because I probably would say no. Yeah, I probably would say no. But it was
People
early.
is enough.
That's the thing. Like, we had 4 at that point. I mean, no, but you know what the reason was? David, you were out that night, or you were gonna be. And then I was like, oh, well, we need to fill in. So, Andres, why don't you come on? And then, David, you turned out not to be out, so we were all there anyway. So then we all just became one big happy family.
Yeah, and then the only other person we've ever had on the show was Jacob Baker, only because he's an amazingly kind, generous, and all-around awesome person.
Right, we've had other people, like, dip in before. But, like, Kyle's been on for, like, a hot second.
Yeah, only for, like, the G-Fest videos.
Yeah. So it's been it's been a wide mix of people, but the 4 of us have been here most of the time, so we're really all that counts.
I've been with the exception of the pilot, I've been here all the time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Wait, didn't you miss another one? No, you know, I don't think you have.
I think no, because at that point we started like postponing episodes just so we can get everyone involved.
That's true. We usually try if one person can't make it. Usually we try to be like, all right, well, let's see if we can just do it tomorrow and where everybody can make it. So
yeah, like back when we were 5 people, we didn't bother doing that.
Yeah,
but with only 4 being the much more manageable number, we actually did try to do that.
Yeah, we haven't had many times where we've just been like, well, fuck it, David's not here, or Andres isn't here, or Dylan's not here. Or usually we just like, well, we'll do it another night. So
fuck it, no one's here.
Fuck it, I'll do it myself. Fuck it, I'll write it and I'll do it live. So I think we're still waiting on Dylan, which is unfortunate.
Bill, do you remember the pitch I gave to you so Andres can join?
No.
No,
it was 4 years ago?
I don't know if I ever told you this, but here was the pitch that I gave Bill to let you join.
All right.
I told him that I told Bill to think of himself as Captain Kirk, me as Spock, Dylan as Scotty, Adam as McCoy, and you as the Russian guy.
Chekhov. Yeah, that makes
why-
a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
Either Chekhov or Uhura. Make your pick.
I was gonna say
you wish you were a Uhura.
Or George Takei, since you're a weeboo.
God damn it, David.
LOL. But it's been a wild ride since those days, and we've definitely done a bunch of wildly different stuff since then. You know, the one thing that we brought back, the news segments have been a consistent thing since like the 3rd or 4th episode. That's when Andre started doing that. But the cryptid stuff has been like a sort of sporadic thing. Like we've only just brought that back regularly recently. Prior that was a every now and then type of deal. So we try to keep certain things as kind of definitive elements of our show because we want to differentiate ourselves from other podcasts and from the other podcasts that we do.
And that's pretty much why we're not that popular.
Yeah, because we don't do
we don't do like kaiju Godzilla stuff despite being Godzilla kaiju YouTubers ourselves.
We do reviews and stuff sort of, but like that's not what this show is for.
Right. No, that's not it's not what it is. It's if you were to categorize this in any sort of way, it's mainly a comedy show.
I mean, absolutely.
But it's like anytime anyone would talk about our show online, they would refer to it as like a mature, raunchy, adult comedy show.
And it's where I feel like we've gotten less raunchy as we've gotten older.
That's true.
It's about pseudo-intellectuals who don't know how the world works.
That's how it's best described.
We're pseudo-intellectuals who live in our mother's basements, who don't know what we don't know what we're talking about because we don't know how the real world works.
That's
fine
the That is the best
That's the
way
SOS.
I could think.
That's more specifically what the SOS is in a nutshell.
Absolutely.
And after coming to befriend, like, I guess a more popular individual within the Godzilla fan base, such as like D-Man 1954, or even like checking out other channels like Monstrosity Vlogs, or like what's his name? Sorry, I feel so sorry. Goji Fan 1993. These are individuals who do like consistent tokusatsu, especially Godzilla-related materials.
These are people who put effort into their content. And, well, Andres, you belong more in that category than I do, because I can't do that anymore. Like, I was better at that when I was younger. Like, I used to do that.
Uh-huh.
Like, I used to put out regular giant monster reviews and content
Bill,
like that.
Bill definitely used to put out.
David. I feel like David just like he wants me to try and murder him the next time I see him. Like, because when we first met up, like, I didn't try to murder him, and I think he was disappointed. And I think that now, since then, he's been like desperately trying to motivate me to try and kill him the next time we meet up. And now I think I'm gonna have to oblige.
It's a funny thing to say that, Bill, because I had a dream that you came over here to Vegas.
You and your dreams.
Those bullshit things that'll never come true. Oh.
This time Bill wasn't.
Let me tell you something, Dave. When Bill was a man, this sort of thing did not apply.
What?
Bill fucked up once on a podcast, and I was like, when I was a man, and then
Why did that get
Anyways,
brought
in the
up all of a
dream,
sudden?
apparently me and Bill were smoking weed, and our
That,
entire
now
conversation was
this
about
is
food.
something that could happen.
No, we already established that David is incapable of smoking weed.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
for some reason
right.
it doesn't work on me.
I still don't believe you. I think that somebody who tried to have you smoke weed was either not giving you real weed, like it was like oregano, or you just didn't
Oh, no,
do
was
it
weed.
right.
I just wasn't hitting it right.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. So it's not that it doesn't work on you, it's that you're an idiot.
He's too stupid to smoke.
the first time I tried to do it, I didn't feel anything either because I wasn't doing it right. And then the second time, oh boy,
I got this kid so fucked up watching Dragon Ball Z one time, it was so good.
that wasn't even the second time, but yeah, that was something.
Dead Zone and shit. Goku.
That's World's Strongest.
I know.
Charlotte.
Charlotte. Anyway, so Dylan, now that you're back, is there anything that you wanted to say to commemorate our anniversary?
Yeah, say something, Scotty.
No.
I don't have feelings. All right, so in that case, there are two things you don't know about.
Remember anything?
Two things you know about SOS. One, I don't fucking care. And two, it's Godzilla. That's a good way to break it down. That's a really good way to break it down. All right, so why don't we move on to the task at hand then, before David has to fuck off? So tonight is going to be a game that we did the last time we celebrated an anniversary of ours. We're going to be playing Cards Against Humanity online, live, on a website that was shut down for many years. That's why we never did this again. But it's back up. It's exactly the way it used to be. It's perfect. So we figured it would be a perfect opportunity to play this game again live on the podcast, even though we're not in a room together, because it proved to be a lot of fun last time. So here's how...
It's totally still relevant.
It definitely is. But here's the way this is going to have to work, because the audience can't see the game. We're going to have to read the cards, the black cards and the white cards. The card czar will have that responsibility. That responsibility will shift. Thus, said card czar will have to pay the fuck attention. So if you are the card czar, just remember that is your responsibility. Because we're functioning in an audio medium, we have to give the audience a glimpse into what we're seeing. So just bear that in mind. Otherwise, basic Cards Against Humanity rules for those of you playing along at home. We will play until somebody achieves 9 black cards. Said black cards have a phrase or word on them. You have to, with a blank on them as well. You have to fill in said blank or blanks with a number of white cards that you get in a hand and try to make the card czar laugh, so they will pick your card and you will get the point. So it's very simple, very fun, very raunchy. It's exactly what this show is about. So is there anything you guys want to say about that before we get into the game?
Nope, other than in the words of Bane, let the games begin!
All right, I think that's perfect. So I am going to press start game. Boys, let's do it. All right,
I am the card czar.
All right, so Andres, what do we got?
All right, bros. Our frat house is condemned, and all the hot slam pieces are over at Gamma Phi. The time has come to commence Operation Blank.
Huh. I got a bunch of cards I've never seen before, which I guess is a good thing. All right.
I got some cards I think would have been perfect here.
Yeah, well, it's like some of them are funny, but I don't know if I don't know if I want to use them right now.
Right.
You know, because
that's always the dilemma. And then there are other times where you just find yourself round after round just getting rid of cards that you don't want to play anymore. Because
I'm really glad I don't have a hand like that right now. Like right now, like everything in my hand I think is pretty good. So, of course, we're just waiting on David. Of course.
Okay.
David was skipped. David, are you still there?
Well, all right, I made my selection. I just don't know what to press next.
The little box that says confirm selection. Under the black card.
Error, it is not your turn to play a card.
All right.
Well, it's too late.
The time has come to commence Operation Jeff Goldblum. The time has come to commence Operation Bees.
I think we definitely could have done better.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, I won with sheer star power, like always. David, you have to press confirm selection under the black card next time. David, you're the card czar now, so you have to read the black card, buddy.
All right, so rumor has it that Vladimir Putin's favorite delicacy is blank stuffed with blank.
Oh boy, I think I've got this one. I've got cards that make sense, which is a nice change of pace. So, how have you guys all played this game in person as well as online? Because I have.
No.
Oh, Dylan, you've never played this game in person?
No.
Andres, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've played it in your. Oh, okay. I don't own it myself. Jake has the copy that I've played with. But David, what are the answers?
So Vladimir Putin's favorite delicacy is crumpets with the Queen. 1,000 Slim Jims.
You gotta read the whole thing. Stuffed with.
Oh, right. All right. Putin's favorite delicacy is crumpets with the Queen stuffed with 1,000 Slim Jims. Putin's favorite delicacy is a beached whale stuffed with a whole new kind of porn.
I don't know who picked that one. I bet that was an art installation, wasn't it?
Putin's favorite delicacy is doo-doo stuffed with Mountain Dew Code Red.
David,
called it Mountain.
Get it? David, which one's it going to be?
I'm going to have to go with the... What the fuck? Okay, how do I select it? Confirm selection?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, please
Click on
don't...
whichever one you want.
Please don't let it
and
time
then
out. You're taking forever as it is.
It's still saying error. It is not your turn to play a card.
David, you have to press the white cards that are up there, then press confirm selection.
All of them or just the one?
Yeah, no, that didn't work.
Okay, it was skipped.
Oh boy. David, are you having technical problems?
I might.
All right.
Not with my Wi-Fi.
Are you playing on your
website.
phone?
No, with the website. not
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
All right, well, we'll just have to hope it gets better. You haven't truly lived until you've experienced blank and blank at the same time. Many different options here, obviously. You could go with perhaps watching Shin Godzilla and Evangelion at the same time and realizing that they're identical. At least the first episode of Evangelion and Shin Godzilla are. You could have picked bunch of options here. This game is definitely better with the expansions, though, because some of these cards have become so iconic since this thing started. Oh, here we go. It's up. You haven't truly lived until you've experienced my vagina and testicular torsion at the same time. There seems to be extra cards.
There's three. I don't know why.
That's unusual. I don't know how that happened.
Probably a glitch.
All right, well, I'm gonna ignore the fetus. I'm gonna try my best to ignore the fetus. Until you haven't truly lived until you've experienced touching a girl, teaching a girl how to give a hand job. Oh my god, teaching a girl how to hand job the penis, because it's such a weirdly worded thing, and not having sex at the same time. And you haven't truly lived until you've experienced 50,000 volts straight to the nipples and doing it in the butt at the same time. I definitely have to go with the first one, even though the fetus came in and ruined it, although that kind of made it funnier. Oh my god, David got a point! Wow!
It makes me wonder whether he was, like, which one he meant to pick. Like, did he meant to pick testicular torsion? Or did he mean to play the fetus? What is Batman's guilty pleasure?
This is something that we've seen him do a lot in the comics.
I wish that I, A, were playing right now instead of being the card czar.
Oh, the perfect one!
And B, hadn't used my doing it in the butt card. What is Batman's guilty pleasure? A, whining like a bitch. Like a little bitch. 2, the 8th graders.
Oh, God!
3, a slightly shittier parallel universe. I mean, the answer's pretty clear, isn't it? I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, I figured. The slightly shittier parallel universe was also good, though.
The first one was ironically funny, and I might have picked that if it hadn't been for the second one. That was...
Right, I am the card czar. I don't mean to brag, but they call me the Michael Jordan of blank.
Oh, I had a better card. Oh, well. I'll save it for next time.
I don't mean to brag, but they call me the Michael Jordan of moral ambiguity. But they call me the Michael Jordan of rising from the grave.
You sound like Christian Slater right now. So that was Christian Slater being like, I'm the Michael Jordan of moral ambiguity.
But they call me the Michael Jordan of Natalie Portman. I don't
Damn
know
it.
what that means.
I love how it doesn't make any sense, but it's still really funny. I hate cards. I hate it when you get.
Why I'm.
Fuck!
That's why I
Of course it's David's. Of course it's David's. Like, Dylan and I's were rational and still funny, but David's was fucking nonsense, but it was also still funny. Oh, I hate this game.
It is David's MO, is it not? Except this time he actually managed to be funny. It was quite the thing.
Heed my voice, mortals. I am the god of blank, and I will not tolerate blank.
Oh boy, there's a lot of options here. Oh. Oh my god, I don't know. Alright, I'm hoping this will work. Because of the
Sounds
way...
like the time when Bill lost his virginity.
I'm really hoping this will work. Oh god. I'm so scared right now. I hope I don't die.
Heed my voice, mortals. I am the god of an unstoppable wave of fire ants, and I will not tolerate friendly fire.
So what? The fire ants are gonna start killing each other?
Very next one. Heed my voice, mortals. I am the god of ethnic cleansing, and I will not tolerate a foul mouth.
That one's just really fucking brutal.
Heed my voice, mortals. I am the god of Nazis, and I will not tolerate doo-doo.
I feel like the second answer and the third answer are the same god, honestly. Questionable.
What's your thought process here, Dave?
Hold on.
I'm holding on.
I'm trying. It's not working.
Oh God.
So did he click on the card?
Yeah, it's blue. I click confirm selection.
And
Nothing's happening.
Oh, are you just not able to be the cards are? That's really.
Can you refresh?
Yeah. Well, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Well, let me refresh.
I'm the cards are now. The Smithsonian Museum of Natural History has just opened an exhibit on blank. Many different exhibits at the museum. There's the Hall of Jack Nicholson's ex-wives. They're all dead, of course, and taxidermied. On exhibit at the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History, now opened, is the miracle of childbirth, a whole new kind of porn, and the elderly Japanese men. I gotta go with elderly Japanese men because I just want like taxidermied elderly Japanese men to be just like littered along the halls of the museum. Just like, oh wow, look at this one. Like that's fascinating. So, David does not deserve. If David wins this game, I'm gonna seriously cut someone. Because you know what it might be? It might be that he's denying us all points every time he's the fucking card czar.
I promise that's not the case.
No, but it might not be your fault, but it might be a fucking fact of reality. I never... Alright, so Dylan, go ahead.
I never truly understood blank until I encountered blank.
I'm kind of getting rid of cards. Because now there's a bunch that you guys all know that I have. Because of somebody here.
That pisses me off.
I hate
Well, you might
that.
not know exactly which ones I've played before, but you know that they're in play.
I mean, we all have access
I'm
to the
throwing
same
cards
decks,
as well.
and I don't think we're drawing from the same deck, so we could all have some more cards.
Yeah, I'm
Never
getting
truly
doubles as
understood.
well.
I never truly understood carnies until I encountered an army of skeletons. I never truly understood nipple blades until I encountered an ice pick lobotomy. And I never understood getting drive-by shot until I encountered Glimbeck convulsively vomiting as a brood of crab spiders hatches in his brain and erupts from his tear ducts.
Wow, I've seen that.
I don't understand it. It's not funny.
Thank God it wasn't David. That's all I have to say. All right, Andres, you're picking.
Next time on Dr. Phil, how to talk to your child about...
Now, the woman in the relationship is always right, because that's the message of every Dr. Phil episode. No. How to talk to your child about...
Have you guys ever watched an episode of Dr. Phil? Because it's absolutely riveting television. It's
I've seen one particular episode.
It's
where
exploitative trash, but it's riveting television.
I did saw that one episode where it was that that crazy couple from Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen Nightmares, where they were the ones that Gordon Ramsay just walked out on because they were too crazy to deal with, and so they became famous online, and they appeared on Dr. Phil.
My God.
Did you share that with me, Andre? Somebody shared that with me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I shared it with you. I got to share it with these guys one of these days. Next time on Dr. Phil, how to talk to your child about something that looks like a box but turns out to be a crate.
A truly terrifying ordeal.
How to talk to your child about ethnic cleansing.
A slightly less terrifying ordeal.
How to talk to your child about Toni Morrison's vagina.
A cataclysmic
terrifying.
ordeal.
That's the big one right there.
I wish I knew who Toni Morrison was, otherwise this would have been funny.
Me too.
Damn it!
What the fuck?
It didn't take this long for David.
Yeah, that was weird. Oh, we have to stop doing that. We have to stop letting him
Okay.
time out, because otherwise we're never gonna get any new cards. Otherwise.
All right.
All right, David, you better not do it this time either. Read it.
Do it.
Do it. Oh, we lost him. And he's the card czar. See, this is what happens.
Guess we're gonna have to go ahead then. The new votes are in, and the new high school mascot is...
But we can't. He's the card czar. We can't.
Yeah,
do
but he's on his
anything.
laptop. Hopefully he can still play.
I'm back.
Okay.
Okay, thank God.
Hopefully
All right,
it'll
so,
work this time.
The votes are in, and the new high school mascot is a beached whale. A dollop of sour cream? Doo-doo?
I love how he reads them.
I really hope it works this time. Please let it work this time.
No.
Please let it work.
Sounds like
Yes!
Yes.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh man, this is nuts.
Did you just do the Star Wars song?
Yup. Dear Abby,
Did
I'm
the
having
Fox
some.
Village thing.
Dear Abby, I'm having some trouble with blank and would like your advice.
oh boy.
I've never met anybody named Abby, but if I did, I would probably try to murder them.
I think
You're
it's
Abby.
one of them things from before the millennial times.
Dear Abby, I'm having some trouble with Italians, and I would like your advice. I'm having some.
You got some trouble with us Italians.
I'm having
Why don't you
some.
deal with us instead of this Abby bitch?
I'm having some trouble with foreskin, and would like your advice. Or I'm having some trouble with dancing with a broom, and would like your advice.
Why are you turning to Christopher Walken?
Because I feel like Walken would really be the one to struggle with a broom, dancing with it. It's definitely got to be the Italians.
You think Walken's the kind of guy to write into Dear Abby?
Oh, Abby, can you please save me from my broom? It's stalking me from the closet.
It wants to get up my ass.
Shove it.
Bill, I like how you're. I'd like to point out that Bill is so pissed off that David is winning this game, but he's always the one who gives him the point.
I know, it's ridiculous. It's horrible. Dylan, read the
right.
fucking black card.
I'm sorry, Miss Jim, but there was nothing we could do. At 4:15 this morning, your son succumbed to blank. The penis. No, your son.
I've got this one in the fucking bag. I swear to God, if I don't.
Son succumbed to Mecha Hitler. Succumbed to man meat. His son succumbed to chugging a lava lamp.
Oh man, that one's
One of
also.
them has that. The first one has that Nazi thing that I always enjoy. The second one, kind of the same joke that I made, and the third one is just a funny image.
Please, 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 God, I need this. God damn it! I hate everyone and every. Oh.
Did you waste your man meat card, Bill?
No, mine was Mecha Hitler.
Ah,
Late.
okay.
Kid tested, mother approved.
God damn it. I think I got this one too, but I don't know now. You motherfuckers have no taste, so I don't know if I should even waste this bullshit. Andres is the card czar, so I think I have more of a chance here. He's a man with slightly more taste.
You set this to 12 points?
No, I set it to 9.
Oh, thank God. Okay, because if you set it to 12, we're going to be here all night.
No, I mean, David realistically said he has to leave in 20 minutes, so...
Yeah, but
Will
my Wi-Fi
Smith.
just crapped out right now.
I
Kid
see that.
tested, mother approved. Fisting, Kid tested, mother approved. I'm gonna go with the more shocking one.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna do a bait and switch there and pick Will Smith when you said that. David, join the game quick, and you can still catch up.
Really wish I had a Michael Jackson card just to...
See
Try-
if I can through my phone.
Yeah, try it on your phone. What has been making life difficult at the nudist colony? I don't know, but maybe this will tell me.
Cold air.
What's been making life difficult at the nudist colony? Farting and walking away. I can see how that would be a problem. Helplessly giggling at the mention of hootus and tootus, or and tootsus. Yeah, it's got to be that one, because I would giggle at that as well. Yeah, Andres, you deserve that.
I don't even know what hootus and tootus is.
Can I pause
I
the
don't-
game? I don't want to stop it. Can I just...
Why?
Well, because I want to give David the chance to come in so he can still catch up.
Hold on.
Catch up. He's ahead of all of us.
All right, whatever, Dave. Whatever happens to you when you come in is your own fault.
Puberty is a time of change. You might notice hair growing in new places. You might develop an interest in blank. This is normal. Anal fisting.
The biggest, blackest cock. Depending on your gender. And sexual preferences.
I have to say, not necessarily.
Oh my god. This is the perfect duo.
Time of change. You might notice hair growing in new places. You might develop an interest in the amount of gay I am. This is normal. Nazis. I mean, that's not even a contest, is it?
God damn it! Why are you gonna let the Japanese Latino win?
Because he's better at this game. Sorry.
The CIA now interrogates enemy agents by repeatedly subjecting them to...
Bill, I'm so sorry your STD came back.
Why do I even waste my fucking time with this shit?
For those who don't, to give people context, David has given himself a new username on this site
Oh my god.
called Bill's STD.
This game. I will fucking win though. That's the thing. Like at the end of the day, I'm gonna fucking like pull some shit out of my ass. Not actual shit. That will be gross, but I will fucking win. Oh god damn it.
All right, Andres.
Yeah. All right, so the CIA now interrogates enemy agents by repeatedly subjecting them to a face full of horse cum, by repeatedly subjecting them to the Kool-Aid Man, by repeatedly subjecting them to pooping back and forth forever.
You read that perfect.
Oh, they're all good.
Yeah, this was a good round. I'm still gonna win though.
I'm gonna go with the Kool-Aid Man.
God damn it! Why do you have to give my STD a point?
4-1 for Bill's STD.
My turn. Don't forget, beginning this week, Casual Friday will be officially become Blank Friday.
Oh my god. I'm kind of getting rid of cards that I've used before. That David ruined for me, and that he might ruin again.
All right, so Casual Friday will officially become the Safe Word Friday. Casual Friday will officially become Arnold Schwarzenegger Friday. Casual Friday will officially become something that looks like a box but turns out to be a crate Friday.
What is the distinction between a box and a crate? Is anybody sure? Has anybody ever been sure?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I've never looked it up. That'll be my next... Blank plus blank equals blank.
I mean,
Oh,
crates
snap.
tend to be made out of stronger materials. I wonder if that...
Shit, guys, I'm really bad at math. I don't know if I should be the cards are this time.
Hmm.
We're waiting! So how are you guys at math? Anyway. Nickelback plus existing equals apologizing. Daddy issues plus a foul mouth equals being awesome and sad. A good sniff plus friendly fire equals never having sex again. Shit. These are all really good. In fact, I have to chronicle these for posterity. But ultimately, I feel like this one was the most fitting. Nickelback plus existing equals apologizing.
Thanks for the point, Bill.
Oh my god, I got him even with me again. Why did I do this to myself?
You're always the one, Bill.
Have I mentioned that I'm filled with self-loathing?
In his newest and most difficult stunt, David Blaine must escape from blank. The basement from Pulp Fiction.
Oh my god, I didn't read that before I didn't read that full card before I put it there, and now I'm really glad that I didn't. Because I think it's way funnier.
It's actually not a bad... Why isn't there the basement from Pulp Fiction card in this game? There should be one of those. Dark, but it's also an inside reference, so only people who know the movie will get why it's dark. His newest and most difficult stunt, David Blaine must escape from breastfeeding a 10-year-old, nunchuck moves. I feel like nunchuck moves are... If you're going to escape from a kung fu weapon, I feel like a nunchuck might be the easiest one to do. Just because length of the weapon.
Yeah! I knew
I gotta
breastfeeding.
refresh mine because not selecting.
I knew
Alright.
breastfeeding a 10-year-old would
2
get me
a.m.
somewhere.
In the city that never sleeps, the door swings open, and she walks in, legs up to here. Something in her eyes tells me she's looking for blank.
Oh, I have options here. Oh, God.
Really need some like jazzy score in the background.
The piano music from Big O.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Do, 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 do.
Paradigm.
So I'm sure if I... In the city of amnesia. 2 a.m.
Mega
in the
deuce.
city that never... In the city of amnesia, I have a job here. The door swings open and she walks in, legs up to here. Something in her eyes tells me she's looking for the new Radiohead album. Something in her eyes tells me she's looking for having sex on top of a pizza.
I wish.
Something in her eyes tells me she's looking for the sweet song of sword against sword and the braying of mighty war beasts. I think we just stepped into a whole other movie genre.
I think this just became like fucking the Big O parody, the Big V. The Big D.
Sex usually is involved in film noir, but not quite like that. But I like the twist.
In his new... Oh, sorry. David, you're the card
You gotta do the movie trailer voice. No, the silly movie trailer voice.
Who made
In
me?
this new summer. Sorry.
Right, I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
It is new. In his
Yeah.
summer comedy, Rob Schneider is blank, trapped in the body of blank.
That was pretty good.
Schneider, a carrot.
I was actually trying to imitate Andres.
I have a good first card, but I'm struggling to find a good second card.
Yeah, I'm also having the same problem with a good second card.
This will be funny, but it won't make any sense. Which I guess is usually not something that stops us.
Okay. Rob Schneider is some shit hot guitar licks trapped in the body of inappropriate yodeling. Rob Schneider is the swim team all at once, trapped in the body of landmines.
like a swim team of Rob Schneiders all walking into landmines.
No, they are the landmines.
Rob Schneider is the folly of man, trapped in the body of a neglected Tamagotchi.
Oh my god. Oh.
Only picked that one because I'm kind of interested in seeing that kind of movie.
Oh. Ugh. Woo! God damn, I love blank. I will read that with a southern accent every time.
In that case.
Oh, Phil, please read these answers in that same voice because something funny happened.
Give me a second. Woo! God damn, I love pixelated bukkake. Woo! God damn, I love John Wilkes Booth.
Stop it! You're killing me.
Whoa! God damn, I love evolving a labyrinth vagina. I love how I added the fucked up words to make it like a drunk fucking southern guy. I didn't even do it on purpose. I gotta go with my heart here. Yes, I'm very glad that was not David.
As soon as I drew that card, I knew I had to play it. But then him doing that voice just made it perfect.
Oh, perfection.
Billy Mays here for Chipotle Way.
Oh my god, I think I drew this at the perfect time.
Anybody else remember Chipotle Way? That was the
Yeah.
greatest 2013. It was, or whatever fucking season that was. Billy Mays here for Gladiatorial Combat. Edition. The all-new Nissan Pathfinder with 0.9% APR financing. Last one makes a lot of sense. That's why I'm not going to pick it.
Damn it.
Yay!
God damn it! I wasted my gladiatorial combat card.
We've all been there.
Blank. Hours of fun, easy to use, perfect for blank.
Alright, I'm gonna give this one a go. We'll see.
The penny whistle solo from my heart will go on. Hours of fun, easy to use, perfect for upgrading homeless people to mobile hotspots. Roofies, hours of fun, easy to use, perfect for Mountain Dew Code Red. Ethnic cleansing, hours of fun, easy to use, perfect for some goddamn peace and quiet.
That one makes a lot of sense.
That's why I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'm glad the ethnic cleansing finally paid off. That was... Every other round I played it in, David was the card czar, so things did not go well.
Due to a PR fiasco, Walmart no longer offers blank. Walmart no longer offers my genitals.
God damn it, I love giving those out.
Walmart no longer offers a piñata full of scorpions.
Racists.
Walmart no longer offers a buttload of candy.
God damn it, sexists.
I'm gonna go with the obvious.
Woo!
Damn it. I wasted my pinata of scorpions.
And in doubt, always my genitals.
The Japanese have developed a smaller, more efficient version of blank.
My genitals.
The Japanese.
They sure have.
Of Andres' genitals in particular. They have developed a smaller, more efficient version of used panties. Lumberjack fantasies. Just the tip. I gotta go with used panties.
So Trudeau.
They probably have.
Totes true.
Go check your local vending machine, Andre. See if they've.
See if they got any used
Like,
panties in there.
why is my soda bottle wrapped in some used panties?
While the United States raced to the Soviet Union to the moon, the Mexican government funneled millions of pesos into research on blank. Millions of pesos. So I don't know. Basic indoor plumbing. That's millions of pesos for that, right?
How to finally get rid of the curse of Montezuma.
While the United States raced the Soviet Union to the moon, the Mexican government funneled millions of pesos into research on child support payments. Peeing into a girl's butt to make a baby.
I'm very familiar with that phenomenon myself. Fuck.
It was your STD.
Lifetime presents Blank, the story of Blank.
Hi, drunk and unemployed. The Bill Wurster story.
Not Lifetime, please.
He'll be played by really bad actors, or either really bad actors or very hammy actors. For washed-up actors and actresses.
Oh, this one's going to be so sad, but I'm playing it anyway.
Lifetime presents One Unforgettable Night of Passion, the story of oxytocin released via manual stipulation of the nipples. Lifetime presents Friends with Benefits, the story of same-sex ice dancing. Lifetime presents Being Knowledgeable in a Narrow Domain That Nobody Understands or Cares About, the story of Drinking Alone. Alright, that one's really smart.
Oh, fuck.
So,
Be knowledgeable that nobody understands you, so you end up all by yourself drinking yourself to death.
it's funny because it's true.
If you can't handle blank, you better stay away from blank.
Indeed.
If you can't handle deregulating the mortgage market, you better stay away from advice from a wise old black man.
Don't do it, son!
If you can't handle horrifying laser hair removal accidents, you better stay away from a deaf Ray.
God damn it.
if you can't handle infinity, you better stay away from the harsh light of day. You gonna go with the obvious one?
Yeah!
That's obvious.
I'm glad that was the obvious one. I don't agree, but thank you.
David trying to say deregulating was the funniest thing that's happened all night, though.
All right, I seriously gotta go now.
Do you really? I mean, we're about to end. Do you have to go to bed or do you have to go kill someone? Like,
I gotta go to work.
You have to go to work.
you gotta go work now.
Not in an hour, but it
Oh,
takes me
okay.
an hour to get there.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, good. Thanks for sticking around, bro. I appreciate it.
All right, night.
Good night.
Bye. Just click on log out on the game itself.
All right.
Although he probably would have won already had he not had to reboot his scoreboard.
Shut up.
That's true. That's true. He would have. Thanks to Bill.
Don't say that. Don't fill him with hope that he has any value. We don't want him to think that kind of nonsense.
All right, Bill.
You are the card art, by the way.
Read the black card.
I am sorry, I totally got distracted. In an attempt to recreate conditions just after the Big Bang, physicists at the LHC are observing collisions between blank and blank. Large Hadron Collider, collide me some shit. That's what they say to it before they collide stuff. They're like, Hadron Collider, collide me some shit. It's like a little song.
Whoa, what happened here?
Whoa, that's not cool, Jorge. That's not cool.
What the fuck?
What?
What?
The game.
We were kicked out for being idle for too many rounds? What?
Oh my god.
Not even Bootleg Cards Against Humanity likes this show.
Oh my god. Alright, well here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a sudden death round. We'll do a limit. The lowest limit will be 4, so we'll do 4. Player limit will be 3. So it should go pretty quick.
Okay.
You gotta come back to the game, Andres.
Where is it? Oh, I gotta put in...
It should be
There
the
we go.
same.
That's
You have to type in Japanese Baskin Robbins.
Don't ask, ladies and gentlemen.
Or do.
You'll never get the answers.
Yeah, that's
All right, I'm in.
I will haunt you.
All right, so let's get back into it then. So you're the cards are Andres.
What gets better with age?
Man, I had all those cards I was used to. Ugh.
Oh man. I don't know.
I had 2 that I really thought I wanted to play, so I had to choose between the 2, and that was agonizing.
What gets better with age? Rush Limbaugh's soft, shitty body. What gets better with age? The profoundly handicapped. I'm gonna go with Rush Limbaugh's
God
soft,
damn it!
body.
Thought I had that one in the bag. Because it was true. What's the next superhero? It's like
Rush Limbaugh's soft, shitty body.
a vagina that leads to another dimension. Getting really high. I feel like both of them reflect the modern age in a very interesting way. But I feel like the more effective of the two would be this one.
Yay.
Because I've been the other one, and I would not be a good superhero under those conditions.
The Japanese have the Japanese have developed a smaller, more efficient version of blank. Doesn't even matter what y'all answer. We're not gonna top used panties on this one.
No.
The Japanese have developed a smaller, more efficient version of Samuel L. Jackson. The Japanese have developed a smaller, more efficient version of a sweaty, panting leather daddy. The imagery of a small midget Sam Jackson running around and getting into hijinks and calling people motherfucker, not unlike Tiny Rick from the episode of Rick and Morty in which he turned himself into Tiny Rick, is too funny to be ignored.
And he's also half Japanese, I imagine.
Derek!
Oh, motherfucker! Here at
I'm a
the
tired.
Here at the Academy for
Monday to Friday.
Here at the Academy for Gifted Children, we allow students to explore blank at their own pace. Here at the Academy for Gifted Children, we allow students to explore Nickelback at their own pace.
That's just poor parenting.
We allow students to explore doing it in the butt at their own pace. I can't even say that straight.
That's the whole point of the school. Oh my god. Yeah, that was pretty good.
Butt school.
Butt school. That's the episode title,
Yeah.
Butt School.
You have to pace yourself realistically. That's the PSA here.
In the beginning, there was blank, and the Lord said, let there be blank. In the beginning, there was pedophiles, and the Lord said, let there be the rapture. It makes sense. In the beginning, there was Tom Cruise, and the Lord said, let there be too much cocaine. Definitely that one. The first one's too accurate. Oh shit, Dylan's so gonna win. Fuck. We have to stop him, Andres.
I would say they're both pretty accurate. In his new self-produced album, Kanye West raps over the sounds of blank. Over the sounds of all the children that make his clothing in the sweatshops. Okay. In his new self-produced album, Kanye West raps over the sounds of the little engine that could. Raptor Attack. I'd like to think that it was being read by Sam Jackson. In the style
I fucking think I can. I motherfucking think I can.
What really killed the dinosaurs?
Ice Age.
Oh my god. How did this happen?
What really killed the dinosaurs? Depression or repression?
Oh my god. That's the ultimate question, bro.
Fuck!
I don't know.
I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Depression.
I won.
Oh my
I'm
god.
rich.
Dylan won with the best possible combo.
So that
Oh
was
my
it.
God, what a life, what a world, bro.
I had a blank card, and I considered actually saying the Ice Age, but I thought it would be too obvious that it was me.
That would have also won.
Good job. Good job, guys. My god. That was fucking fun. Certainly technically exhausting, but definitely fun nevertheless. So I think that's another successful anniversary. Only the second time we celebrated it, but fourth year, and another podcast successfully done. So what do you guys have to say for yourselves before we wrap things up?
I think we went a bit too far in a few places.
Oh, stop with that impression, please. You're killing
Oh,
me.
Ron. Like poetry.
Each stanza rhymes with the last.
It doesn't, though. It totally doesn't.
I just thought
You just don't understand the complexities of Jar Jar. He's the key behind all this.
He's the secret. He's going to be the whole thing that makes it work. Oh.
The fan theory states so. That's.
Oh.
What if the fan theories are right, and that's what George was alluding to when he was like, Jar Jar, he's the key to all this.
Look at Jar Jar working. Everything else will fall into place.
What if that was...
They revealed what happened to Jar Jar recently, though. Like, he was a fool. I think he died.
Where?
And he was like a clown on Naboo or
Yeah,
some shit.
he was like a clown.
But you know that wasn't George Lucas's original intention. No,
I'm not,
George Lucas.
I don't care what his original intention was. He doesn't own Star Wars anymore.
those white slavers now own my baby
Yeah,
now.
that's right. I only care what the white slavers think.
Damn right, we own it.
Anyway, so, yup, kids, that is it for the 4th year anniversary of the Sons of Serizawa podcast and this particular episode in particular. So, until next time.
Episode in particular?
Exactly right. So, until next time, you can look forward to we're going to do a typical episode next time. Andres will have his news. I will do a cryptid thing. Cryptid thing next time, we're going to do something a little different. We will be doing a bunch of a sort of Bigfoot grab bag of all of the best Bigfoot evidence and my favorite Bigfoot evidence that I can bring forward. So that'll be the cryptid topic next time. So look forward to that. Until then, I am Bill Worster, aka Zazubaar.
I'm Super Jam 64.
The other Latino who was here was David Joshua Hernandez, a.k.a. Gorizard. And I have been Andres Perez, a.k.a. Kaiji Noir. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly the way it's been for 4 years.
And the science, as always, has been sound.